Assalamu alaikum and welcome to your virtual library story time. The story I'm going to read today is called Beautiful Bananas. The author, the person who wrote the story, is Elizabeth Laird, and the illustrator is Liz Pichon. So Liz Pichon did the artwork, the beautiful bright colored pictures. So I sat here with my citrus pillows as I was inspired by the beautiful bananas in the story. Now, I want you to try to remember as the story goes along all the different gifts that Beatrice receives, okay? And at the end, I'm going to ask you to do something by memory. So see how you go. Get ready. There's some beautiful bananas. Beautiful bananas. Goodbye, Mama, says Beatrice. She's on her way to see her granddad. She's got a present for him. It's a beautiful bunch of bananas. How does she carry them? On her head. I wish I could do that. On the way, she meets a giraffe who flicks his tufty tail. He whisks the bananas right off Beatrice's head, and they land with a splash in the stream. Oh dear. Oh, I'm sorry, says the giraffe. He picks some flowers and bends down low and gives the bunch to Beatrice. My granddad will like these, she says. A swarm of bees settles on the flowers. Hey, Beatrice cries. She beats the bees off, but the flowers are crushed and spoiled. So the giraffe tried to replace the bananas with flowers so she could give those to her granddad, but now the bees have ruined them. We're very sorry, say the bees. They wrap up some honeycomb, yum, and give it to Beatrice instead. On she goes down the path. Some naughty monkeys see the honeycomb. Oh, we like honey, they cry. They snatch it away from Beatrice. All the honey drips onto the ground. Stop, says Beatrice. That honey was for my granddad. Oh dear, say the monkeys. They run up into the trees and pick some mangoes for her instead. Beatrice takes the mangoes and hurries on. If her granddad is like me, he will prefer the mangoes. I love mangoes. How about you? Suddenly out jumps a lion! Ah! Screams Beatrice. She's very, very scared. She drops the mangoes and they all roll away. Poor thing, I don't blame her. It's all right, says the lion. I didn't mean to frighten you. He pulls out one of his whiskers and gives it to her. Beatrice runs on, holding the whisker in her hand. A parrot sees the whisker. He thinks it's a twig. He swoops down and carries it off to build his nest. Come back, shouts Beatrice. That whisker's for my granddad. She keeps losing all the different gifts. My mistake, squawks the parrot. He pulls a long feather out of his tail and gives it to Beatrice. On she goes again. But what's that long gray thing dangling down beside the path? Beatrice doesn't see it. Accidentally, she brushes it with her feather. You're gasps the elephant. Achoo! His sneeze blows the feather away. The elephant is sorry. He stretches out his trunk and picks a bunch of bananas. Beatrice claps her hands. Oh, thank you, she says. Bananas are best, after all. So after she lost all those gifts, she's finally back to the original gift of bananas. Here at last is Granddad's house, and here at last is Granddad. I've got something for you, says Beatrice, and she gives him the bananas. Well, he seems very happy with his gift. And I don't know if you can see, but a lot of animals have been following her along the way. There's the elephant, the monkeys, the lion, the giraffe, the parrot, the bees, and there's some eyes. I wonder who else is watching her. So remember when I told you I asked you to try to keep track of all the different gifts. So now this is going to be your challenge for the week. Without re-watching the video, try to write down all the different gifts that Beatrice receives along the way. So she starts off with bananas. The giraffe knocks them off her head and gives her what instead? And then the bees come, and then the monkeys, and then the lion, and then the parrot, and then the elephant. So try to remember what are all the different things that Beatrice gets along the way. And if you can write them down or tell them to your English teacher, and your English teacher will send it to me. All right? See how you do, see how your memory is. I hope you liked this story, Beatrice's Bananas. And you know what? I think I'm gonna go eat a banana after this. How about you? Enjoy the week. I miss you. Keep reading. Assalamu alaikum. See you next week. Bye.